Should I collect water from fog? That's a question that I often get from interested potential fog users or fog collectors. And part of the question is, what is the fog regime near me? Is it something that will allow me to collect a lot of water from it? I'm going to do my best to give you an answer now, a very general answer. And yes, we can look at satellite imagery and things like that and determine what areas are foggy, or at least what areas tend to be foggy and low cloudy. It's hard to sometimes separate fog from low clouds in satellite imagery. We're trying to do that. It's difficult to do that, partly based on definition. What is fog? And it's supposed to be a cloud in contact with the ground, of course. But if you're at a mountaintop, again, I've talked about this in other videos, the fog or the cloud present at the mountaintop is going to seem like fog to somebody who's there. So that would be something that would be collectible, for instance. And a satellite image has trouble differentiating clouds from fog in many cases. So that makes it a difficult task to just look at imagery and say, oh, that's a great spot from the perspective of this imagery as far as fog goes. I will give you more general advice. One is the area in which you want to collect fog something where you see fog if you live there or if you visit there frequently? Is there fog? In other words, by fog, if I'm located 20, 30 meters away from you, do I look fuzzy? Is there the white shroud between us? That is the fog that you're going to get water from, not the stuff up in the air, the stuff that you can't see through when you're trying to walk from one place to another. And some fogs are not going to be as productive as others. If it's a Tule fog, such as in the Central Valley of California, there's basically no wind, and those tiny little droplets of water are so small, they don't really hold a lot of water. So it's not going to be as feasible to collect significant amounts of water from those. So in general, the best places we know of to collect water from fog would be places of fairly significant elevation, maybe, well, by fairly significant, on the order of, depending on, I think, the latitude, 1,000 to 2,000 feet, and places where you know that there is going to be fog. You're there quite a bit and you see it. If there's no fog in your area, you're probably almost likely going to collect nothing from a fog collector that's located there. Additionally, if you're near the coast, you might have fog. I live in Monterey. I have fog collectors all over Monterey, all over the Monterey area. They do collect water from fog, not in the amounts that collectors perhaps at a higher elevation would get, maybe a factor of 10 smaller in terms of the volume that you're going to get there. So yes, we have fog here in Monterey, but unless you're maybe in some areas of the Big Sur coastline, where you maybe have some elevation, you're not going to get a significant amount of water, probably for most applications, if the elevation isn't so high. You'll get some, but is it the amount you want? And the best way to determine that would be to set up a standard fog collector for a period of time, perhaps a year, and see how much water you get, and then decide, is it worth it for me to build something larger? That's my general advice to anybody who would ask me. And I hope that this is helpful in helping you determine if you would like to collect water from fog at a given location.